live, show 90. 91. 91. How'd you change it so fast? Jesus. Show 91 live. What a day, what a day. So I'm going to take you for a quick little tour, show you some new goodies that we have basically thumb is stamped, ready to go on engine stuff. So pretty cool. And I'd like to show you guys what the package looks like. I think we've seen it before, but maybe you haven't seen it. It reminds me so much of an Indy car, Formula car, F1 style car, the way it's packaged, and makes it pretty cool. So I'll walk out, take you through that, and then I'm going to turn the show over to Todd Romano tonight. He's going to talk about buyers orders. We've had a lot of questions, and there's obviously some confusion that I thought I cleared up last week, but Todd wants to expand on that a little bit more, basically what his sales people are hearing, and see if we can help you guys with some of your comments. So thanks for joining us in on Show 91. Got a team to show you behind the scenes a little bit. Little Sebastian, Rob, Scott, and Daniel. There's more out here in the shop, but it is 9:45, and as you see, this place doesn't stop. But this right here, to me, is just very exciting. When you look at this whole package, the details, the fittings, the fit and finish of this. This is a basically thumbprint engine, and pretty cool. Just all the features, you know, it's a in-house gearbox, sequential 3-speed, just all the little details of the plumbing and different pieces that have been done, sensors, things that have changed. You know, some of the small changes, something like this. These splines were about 50% of this on the sequential shifter. Would have been fine for a normal transmission, but something you have to pull against the dogs. We had to double up the splines. Missed a couple things there. This is all part of pre-production and things we learned. So this is something that's been added. Not really a big change, but the whole shift arm and everything is just really a lot cleaner than what the original one was. The tap clutches, you know, I see a lot on the internet today of guys with Can-Ams, and Polaris is now jumping on board with the tap clutch. I take that as a compliment. Dave and Alan are really, really, really good guys. They're part of our program, and I like to see their business grow at the same time. So just wanted to show you this package. Fit and finish, you know, I know that there's a company out there that has basically dubbed everything we've done since our original show with the bleed and you know, the coils and all the stuff there. Hard lines into the oil, really, really focusing on fit and finish. I mean, here's a new little cool feature. It looks a bit like a lug nut, but it protects the studs on the engine. That's that one piece. We've talked about that exhaust a lot. Just the fit and finish detail of our final engine is very, I say, proper. IndyCar, F1, trophy truck off-road, clean and cool. Guys have done a great job. A lot of work. You know, this is other things. You know, we were the first in the UTV industry to come out with hydraulic power steering, alternator as a production unit, not something that you had to spend extra money on. This was all part of what you got with Speed UTV. So we're seeing a lot of this other stuff popping up on other manufacturers now. And, you know, it's taken a while, but obviously we were first to the game with it. And we basically undressed ourselves the last 91 weeks, showing you guys everything behind the scenes. But you're not the only ones that are seeing this as well. The other manufacturers are tuning in. They're taking note of what's going on. And I'm just really proud of the whole team, everybody here, all the hard work, and, you know, something from concept to reality. Here it is. So stoked about that new engine. Walk back in. Going to be a pretty easy show tonight. Show 91. I did not get my iPad up in time, Daniel, so I'll just kind of go off of your show here with Insta. Like I said, just proud of the whole team and everything we've learned through this process. It's amazing how many things are detailed in this process and getting it to production. so many different suppliers and so many different vendors and parts that come in, and making sure everything is perfect. And we catch stuff every day. And unfortunately, we're to the point now that the stuff we catch will actually be running changes. It'll be something that we will change in a future model year, because it's not going to hurt reliability or safety or anything like that. It's just a way of making the product better for you guys. So thanks for the intro tonight. 21 engine thumbprinted on, and let's roll into presentation. Daniel has full control. Dating myself, 19 years ago, kind of crazy. I won the Daytona 500 qualifying race driving for Richard Childress. And when I said this last week, this is not only my experience in NASCAR, but it's experience I learned at Richard Childress, or the experience I learned at Derek Walker or AJ Foyt or Jack Roush back with the Trans Am days. All the stuff that we're putting into this UTV are little things that we've learned here or there, and really focused on optimizing performance. And that's why, honestly, it wasn't hard to build a top-level UTV from the get-go. When we started with the Arctic Cat, they wanted to build the base model first. My vision was build the high-end model, and we can always dumb it down to a base model. And so with Speed UTV, we built the 4-seater first, because the 4-seater becomes the Bandit, which just loses 2 doors, and then becomes a Diablo, which gets a little bit of a stretch kit. So pretty cool Daytona. I wish everybody luck down there. New car was pretty cool at the Coliseum deal. They put pavement in the LA Coliseum, something we did a while ago, almost a decade ago. But it was a great event for NASCAR. I thought that it showed well. I thought it was good for the drivers, the teams, the sponsors, and ultimately the fans. So they packed the house. Congratulations to everybody at NASCAR, Ben Kennedy on your vision down there, and everybody there. So that was cool. Powertrain, I just walked you out to powertrain. Daniel had a slide for it, but these were 2 engine packages that we just had shipped into us here in Charlotte. One of these are over at Tony's, and he is pretty excited about what he's seen. We've got a couple little things that aren't going to make a difference on reliability, but something we want to address in future models. Clutches, CVT clevers, turbos. Ken from Push Turbo has been a big help with us with his turbo program. And can't say enough about my own team. Daniel, Tony, Jason, Matt, everybody. Mike, all you guys have definitely burned the midnight oil. Buyer's orders. This is where I send it over to my partner, Todd Romano, who is definitely one of the best partners to have, because this dude can sell. And he's been able to get dealers involved with us, and basically taken our technical experience and turned it into sales, and built a hell of a brand for us. So Todd's in charge of buyer's orders, sales team, stuff like that, dealers, and I'm going to turn it over to Todd. Welcome, Todd.
Hey, Rob. Thanks for the intro and an awesome what you got going on there. And guys, I've been traveling a lot, just like Rob. So little by little, we are starting to alternate. And I called Rob today and said, hey, our staff is getting a lot of questions. A lot of our sales team members are communicating directly with consumer now as we get close to finalizing out the configuration of their vehicles. So the first phase of what we did was, obviously people put deposits down, and then we went through and people configured cars, and there's some things they hadn't added. And Robbie and I have been, and our own team have continued to evolve our accessory line. So people have added stuff, be it winches or light bars or whatever. And we're at this final phase as we draw the line in the sand of no changes. We are sending out a buyer's order. And Daniel, if you can go back to that slide, because this is, I asked my sales team if we created any confusion. And if we had, let me address it tonight, just so people understand what they're receiving. So there's a slide that we have to show that will walk you through what the email looks like. And one of the hardest things on that is that the link is below the image that you receive. So if you receive this email, we broke out, so please don't also be confused. We broke out our sales reps, Connor, Carla, and Mike Ribello each are handling the 4-seat closeouts first. So if you have a master number on a 4-seater from 1 to 1,500, that's what we're working on today. Connor Gaverson has from 0 to 500 master number. Carla has from 501 to 1,000, and Mike Rebello has from 101 to 1,500. That's what we're getting through. And you'll receive this email after you've spoken to them, and it asks you to confirm. Once you've confirmed that we are right, that you ordered a RG in black and orange, you ordered black 5 spokes, and you added the PCI intercom. And actually, on a side note, I need to interrupt. I don't know if the industry knows that Scott Steinberger, on the last day of King of the Hammers, just like his dad did, had an aorta tear. And Scott's been in the hospital now for a week. He just got out of ICU literally a few hours ago, and is going to have a longer recovery. He had a 7-hour open heart surgery. So if you are familiar with the PCI family, something to be aware of. Scott is definitely on the road to recovery, but not out of the woods yet. Actually, another note, we lost a great friend to our industry. Gerald King Smitty passed away this year, one of the best wire guys in our business. So it's been an interesting week in off-road, and our condolences to the family and friends that are out there that are dealing with this. But I just want to bring those two people up and go back to buyer's orders. Sorry to get on a rant there real quick, but you'll receive these buyer's orders, and when you click on it, make sure everything is right, because once you click on your DocuSign, that gives you 7 days from accepting it to make any last changes just because of a mistake you caught. So once that's done and final, that vehicle is locked. It's going to through our computer system to the factory to be done. Robby and the team will start being at the factory here 2 or 3 weeks to start supervising the process of quality control, what comes off the assembly line and goes to our customers the next phase. We've vetted all the parts, we've tested the cars, and now we have to continue to follow the different procedures of quality control. So there's allocations of allotments. Every so many motors get torn down, so many shocks get torn down. As we build, we test. And we're building out and confirming those processes to make sure the final product that you receive is actually what you ordered. And that goes to this last phase. So as we go through the 4-wheel vehicles, we'll then go to UTTs. We'll then later go to the Bandits. And as we progress through each one of them, this process will happen. And then 30 days prior to receiving your car, that's when we'll have you work with Freedom Road Financial on your consumer financing. If you have already paid, we've had some people for tax reasons pay in full already. We've had other people that'll be paying prior, but before that vehicle leaves our factory and goes to a specific dealer location, we'll have contacted you to make sure you get approved on credit or all your final invoices are paid. We are setting up and trying to make the deliveries for our customers as quick as possible to catch up on the months we've lost. So we're going to try to deliver as many vehicles to the consumers who want them in Havasu. Havasu will be a great way to come see our facility, go desert riding in your new car, and have be able to be entertained by Robby, myself, and our staff. Then from there, we'll pick dealers that are local to you, and the people that don't have dealers close, because we do have some people that are fortunate that they believe in who we are and what our car is, but they live fairly remote. And then we'll work with different trucking companies to ship direct. So 3 options on delivery. If you are interested, as we get close, we'll be launching those dates of when the Havasu events, dealer events, and to consumer direct will happen. But all that happens 30 days prior to us shipping. Everything now is happening to make sure we build your car. So we're in the build, define what's due on your car, agree to those terms and conditions. So we put light bars and the proper wheels and colors on your car. That's the process right now of executing your buyer's order. And once that is done, that will go through the manufacturing process. Once we are done manufacturing a certain amount of cars, we'll start shipping them. That will be 30 days prior. We'll contact you again to make sure you have all your ducks in a row for payment, MSOs, titles, anything we're doing, ship to locations. So that was the biggest questions that my team had received over the last couple of weeks in doing this. And one of the things, because we had identified 500, 1,000, and 1,500, the amount of numbers per customer, per rep, if Connor was 1 through 500, we've only sent out 150 buyer's orders or contacted 150 customers. So if you're master number 153, we haven't reached out to you yet, but Carla, who is handling 500 to 1,000, she's already reached out to 500 to 650. So it added some confusion. But customers like, wait a minute, I haven't got my buyer's order, but my buddy master number 625 has, and I'm 275. Well, I haven't have it. So hopefully that helps you understand our process, that we are contacting. We haven't missed anybody. There's just every rep has an allocation of people they have to contact. And in those allocations, we're getting to them at about 50 to 100 a week is what we're doing. So here over the next 3 to 4 weeks, as we get better at this process, we'll speed that up to get everyone done here in the next by the next 4 to 5 weeks total. And I think that's it, Rob. I don't think I have anything more to share besides that. Any questions that you have come across, Rob, that I need to answer?
I think you cleared it up there, and that's some stuff that I heard as well is, why is, and I read it. I don't just hear it, I read it or see it, or someone runs and brings it to my attention or our attention, I pass it on to you. And, why haven't I, I'm car number 200, but car number 550 has been called. So it's all those types of things. And I think that's where we probably make more confusion, but it's not by design. It's just the way we want our same sales reps to deal with their consistent customer. Try to give a consistent message.
Yeah. So our staff's available more than anybody, I think, in this industry. Basically, you can tell how often we are open in conversation. I speak to probably 20 or 30 customers a day. If you guys ever have any issues, there's always a way to reach out to us. Please call us direct. Contact us at Speed UTV. Those get filtered to me based on questions that our sales and admin team can't answer. So if any questions on that haven't been answered to you, or you have any concerns that need to be addressed, please reach out to us through contact us at Speed UTV, and we'll get back to you immediately. Rob, thanks, and have a great show.
All right, cool. Well, I think we don't have a lot because we've showed you everything, and Daniel did take the car out to cookout last week. I think I posted on my Instagram. We're basically, every time we run it, we don't continue to run it. We take it apart and look at it and make sure our changes there. Daniel's got the shifting very good now, and basically we've green lighted 99.999% of everything. We've got a couple little things that we're waiting back from suppliers on their changes, but this thing's go. You're not seeing a lot from us because we've truly already shared everything with you guys. I told someone the other day I almost seem like a stripper. I've completely undressed myself and showed you 35 years of racing experience, and other manufacturers and other accessory aftermarket companies are paying attention. But we're good. I mean, from everything from the tires that touch the ground to the shocks to the bolts that hold them to the chassis, every little piece has been addressed, and I'm comfortable where we're at. Like I said, Daniel, myself, our team's on factory tours starting hopefully next weekend, and production's going as fast as we can. So guys will be testing. There'll be cars headed to Todd and his team that'll be going to different dealers so they can touch our final pre-production cars and basically what a production car is going to look like, because a lot of these cars have been tidied up with production parts since when people have seen at Sand Sports. So again, everybody have a great week. We'll be digging 7 days a week, and we'll be back next week. Anything else, Daniel? Am I missing something?
There's just
there's
updated parts and
so you guys have seen the initial window, and the crazy thing is, I hear this, ship me my car, it's ready. It's not ready. First thing we did is pull to a stoplight, and I couldn't see up to the stoplight because the rubber was hanging down below the visor, and it was crazy how much vision it took out. So windshield's got addressed. Look at the detail on the rubber. It looks like a production windshield now. These are glass windshields. We had our own glass frames made, so replacement frames are easy. They come in a box. Has, you know, the windshield wiper holes in it. It tucks into the dash, but not only that, then we put the roof rack on, and it vibrated the plastic to the window visor, and we had to come up with a foam seal there, so they didn't vibrate. So these are all the things that we had to learn in pre-production, and to deliver you guys something that you won't call us every day with complaints, or you won't get on the internet and bash us too bad, because these things have been thought out before you receive your car. And that's why manufacturers do pre-production cars, and that's what we've been doing ever since Sandsport, is addressing every small detail. And eventually we had to push the stop button, because all of us inside this facility are what do you say, armchair quarterbacks in our own mind, and we can always make it better the next day. But eventually we had to push the button and go. So that's where we're at. Development never sleeps. You know, we actually had a saying. We were working on, I don't quite remember, was it a gearbox part or something, like we did those shifters and stuff. And you know, we'll always develop. We'll never stop developing. And a perfect example is, if you look at a NASCAR V8 engine today that they're going to run in Daytona, is virtually the same design from 40 years ago, and they continue to develop it. That's just the way it is, and we will continue to develop our Speed UTV as we build the next generation cars as well. So thanks for believing in us, thanks for giving us the opportunity, and we will see you next week. Peace out. You stop it.
Yeah,
Why'd you stop it?
because you say.
Jesus, Sebastian. We got customers that want to see this
Got
stuff.
some audio down.
That's a last
And some audio.
week.
It's not this video, wrong video.
That wrong video. Is that a police car trying to run us down?
No snow.
All right, are we still on, Rob?
We are.
We are live.
They're looking.
All right, are we gonna play a video, or are we gonna be done for the night?
Yep, play the video.
Here, you want to give me that? You can push submit play on the video. All right, cool.
Just
And
post it.
Daniel's
Just post
doing
that
my
first
final
thing.
post.
You have to go to the link because it's hidden.
So we're just checking that all our calibrations are in place for boost control and oil pressure and things like that. So we've got all our digital display reading directly from the ECU and all our electronic sensors. And then we've got these two gauges on the dashboard here. Right in here, you've got a boost gauge and an oil pressure gauge. And so we're doing those with old school mechanical gauges just to confirm that what we're seeing in the data logs and the controls is exactly one-to-one. And so just that little calibration lap there, just making sure our boost reference and closed circuit boost control is working properly. And right now everything is. So I think we're gonna go take her up for a rip, go get some food.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool, huh?
Yeah. That's big.